The famous writer Jibek once said, "Thousands of talents can tell us about the things characterizing the epoch, but only the genius prophetically gives life to what this epoch lacks." Zhaniya Aubakirova, People's Artist of the Republic of Kazakhstan, an outstanding musician, has a phenomenal creative intuition. She often anticipates emerging trends of the Kazakh culture in her projects. Zhaniya has been representing the Kazakh art on the world stage for over 30 years. This year has brought difficulties and controversies to Zhaniya Aubakirova, the famous Kazakh pianist and the State Prize laureate. After more than 20 years, she stepped down from being the provost of Kurmangazi Kazakh National Conservatory, the country's oldest educational institution. However, in 2018, Zhaniya Aubakirova celebrated the 30th anniversary of her dedication to art, music, and culture. During these 30 years, Zhaniya Aubakirova never left the stage. The celebrations have been lasting for a year. The pianist gives concerts in Kazakhstan and abroad, collects the pieces of Kazakh traditional music, and takes part in international festivals. It is a project I dreamed about for a long time. These Kazakh songs, famous ones, I'm sure you know them, sound in our souls. They are the best examples of Kazakh song culture. I remember them from my childhood. My mother sang them, and then I played them in front of the guests coming to our house. Then we sang them together. I thought I should make them sound with the orchestra, choir, and soloists. I thought it would be a magnificent performance. These melodies are in our hearts and souls. They deserve to sound as a great performance because it is a great music. This is something that was tested by time, and not only singers should perform these songs. We must have the orchestra and choir to perform them, and this dream is coming true. Zhaniya Aubakirova says that Samgao, the festive concert dedicated to the 20th anniversary of Astana, is also a long-nurtured dream and a praise to the Kazakh song culture, which needs to unlock its intonation potential and become an integral part of a global musical culture. Samgao is one of a kind. It's not just a concert, but also a bold musical experiment. I would say that this concert is synthetic or interdisciplinary if we use educational vocabulary. It integrates different genres of art. You can hear classic, popular, and folk music in one concert. Now the whole world is moving in this direction because the most interesting things happen when different music styles mix. And it is very interesting to me because we are now cooperating with pop stars. We didn't know them before. Well, at least we didn't cooperate. And now we are working together. Interesting, isn't it? Ultimately, the genres do not matter. It is important that there is a high quality and great idea. Then classical, pop, and folk music, jazz, and any ethnic music will sound great because it conveys the same message: greatness of a human spirit, beauty of the world, love, and eternal values. Not genres, but the quality and energy of a performance are important. Samgao program includes compositions created in different historical periods. The pieces of folk art, traditional music of Sals and Zhiraus, the Soviet pop music, the professional composers' school of 20th and 21st centuries, as well as modern popular music. Guitar riffs and short rhythms of tango and Bach chorale are a small part of those discoveries the listeners will enjoy at the concert. The songs which are well known to Kazakh people sounded in new and unexpected arrangements.
Я очень благодарен, тем более сегодня прозвучала и моя тоже песня.
I am very grateful. My song has also been included in the concert. It is a massive work. But this concert is worthy of all the efforts. It is a great project, the project of a tremendous power, which in fact could be implemented only by such a person as Zhaniya Aubakirova. She is a true patriot and great project partner. Today, our hats off to Zhaniya Aubakirova. She proved that she is a great musician.
Своей страны, своей культуры. Я считаю, что мы сегодня можем снять шляпу перед ней, как перед музыкантом, как перед творческой личностью.
The best Kazakh composers, Rinat Gaysin, Shirin Bazarkulova, Sadjan Shamenov and others were invited to the project to create new trends and styles, which go beyond pure music genres. Zhaniya Aubakirova's projects have always been multifaceted. This project aimed at expanding the repertoire of local orchestras and giving the foreign groups an opportunity to use bright and unusual tricks in the programs, as well as breathing a new life into well-known compositions.
Наше поколение, наверное, все-таки больше всего.
Our generation should appreciate our teachers' contribution to bringing up new generations of musicians. I participate in this concert. It is very interesting because she gathered her best students in this project. I respect her primarily as a teacher, talented artist, and an interesting person.
Взрастили не одно поколение. Участвую на данном концерте. И этот проект очень интересен тем, что, знаете, наверное, она все-таки собрала своих лучших студентов. Вот. Я ее, конечно, уважаю прежде всего как...
I think that Zhaniya Aubakirova did a lot to establish our conservatory and develop the talent of our musicians. All my colleagues and friends took classes from Zhaniya Aubakirova, and it is a great honor for me.
В нашем становлении нас как студентов консерватории, становлении нас как музыкантов, все мои коллеги, все мои друзья, мы прошли через эту школу, и, честно говоря, для меня это огромная честь.
The Kurmangazi Conservatory graduates also participated in the concert. Zhaniya Aubakirova was leading one of the country's oldest educational institutions for 21 years. She brought up many generations of talented musicians who are now, like their teacher, are making their contribution to the development of Kazakh culture and art. Zhaniya Aubakirova is a famous person representing Kazakh culture to the world, but I also appreciate her as a talented person and educator. Zhaniya Aubakirova was the provost of Kurmangazi Conservatory when I studied there. We took lessons from her. She was a great example for us. Many times we played on tours and gave concerts. I always follow her advice and instructions. I respect Zhaniya Aubakirova so much. She was not only a teacher for us, she became our mother. I graduated from Kurmangazi Kazakh National Conservatory. She gave us many lessons of humanity and professional knowledge. I respect her very much. We love her. When you leave your small village and get into such a big creative environment, you will always remember the person who greeted you with a warm smile and open arms. There is a well-known expression, you need to keep up with the new trends. Zhaniya Aubakirova works with young people for many years. Maybe it is because of that, or it might be just her nature. She always accepts present-day trends, takes the best from them, and creates an eternal art. This concert is a step towards contemporary art. The concert comprises a golden fun of the Kazakh song culture, as well as the performances of popular singers who revealed new genres for the Kazakh music. It is a great honor for me to work with Zhaniya. I am very happy. It is a big opportunity for us. Of course, we are extremely agitated. We never worked with such a big orchestra and at such a high level. We are happy that we have this opportunity. Zhaniya Aubakirova's concert dedicated to the 20th anniversary of Astana is beautiful. I think the audience will like it.
Осы концерт өте керемет болып жатыр. Елдің, халықтың көңілінен шығады деген ойдамын.
Zhaniya Aubakirova says that this project will continue. Only 17 songs were performed at the concert. It is a small fraction of the rich cultural heritage.
Несмотря на то, что, казалось бы, сейчас я уже поп-музыкант, как бы уже из классики давно ушел, так скажем.
I am a pop singer now. I do not play classic music for a long time, but the language of music is clear to everyone, and we basically caught the very thread that binds us all together. Different musicians participate in this concert. The singers like me or Rustem Nurjigit and Galimjan Molda Nazar, who is closer to rock music or synth pop, But again, the language of music. It binds us, and that's cool. I'm very proud that I am here today and can perform 2 compositions. It is a historical moment for me.
Исполнить аж 2 композиции. Вот как-то так. Это прям исторический момент для меня.
The success story of an outstanding Kazakh pianist, People's Artist of Kazakhstan, begins in 1957. Zhaniya was born in the family of Zhaniya Aubakirova, the academician of the National Academy of Sciences and economist.
Они хотели, чтобы я как человек нормальный была экономистом.
They wanted me to choose an ordinary profession, to be an economist like my father, who was an academician. But talented Kazakh people, such as Gaziza Zhubanova, Yerkegali Rakhmadiev, Serik Jibek Rahimbekov, who was the Minister of Culture at that time, told my parents that their other children could become economists, but this girl should be a musician. My mom and dad, being the people of science, were afraid of the world of music and art, but later they understood that their daughter would be a musician. It seemed that everyone admired her, but they were afraid, of this publicity. Well, that's understandable. They knew the other side of being on stage. After graduating from Tchaikovsky Moscow State Conservatory, she worked at the Abay State Academic Theatre. At the same time, she studied in the postgraduate school under the guidance of Professor Lev Nikolaevich Vlasenko. At that time, she demonstrated her talent of a brilliant musician and creative person. She became a laureate of an international competition in France and started a great life of an independent musician.
Начала большую самостоятельную творческую жизнь. Думаю, что такие люди, как Zhaniya Aubakirova, которая имеет...
I think that people like Zhaniya Aubakirova, who enjoys an international recognition, give a lot to our culture. They make the people from all over the world learn about our culture and give it a recognition far beyond our country. She is a symbol of Kazakhstan and Kazakh culture.
Сама является своего рода визитной карточкой нашей страны, визитной карточкой культуры нашей страны.
She played Kazakh music not only in Kazakhstan, but in the concert halls of Europe, America, Japan, Israel, and Turkey. At her concerts, the listeners had the opportunity, sometimes for the first time, to hear the music of Kazakh composers.
Но кроме того, что я весь прошлый год сыграла 28 концертов.
I played 28 concerts on all continents, and in Kazakhstan last year, 8 or 9 concerts in the regions, Almaty and Astana. I organized an international competition. Last year we gave an expo concert, which was recognized not only in Kazakhstan but also worldwide. Euronews and The Guardian reported about our concert.
Guardian, в общем, нашумели.
Zhaniya Aubakirova's work affects the development of piano performance in the country. Her achievements as a pianist can be attributed to the whole world. Her art went beyond the national significance and became an outstanding, unique phenomenon.
Только что я вернулась с конкурса, международного конкурса пианистов.
I am just back from the international piano competition organized in Hanoi, Vietnam. I listened to many pianists there. I received an invitation to give master classes in Beijing, in Xiamen, a stunning city of China. I will be in Tokyo, Japan in January. I am coming back to Moscow in December to celebrate the 90th anniversary of my professor. There will be his remembrance concert.
Концерты памяти его. В ноябре я играю серию концертов в Европе.
In November, I will play 7 concerts in Europe with European colleagues from Hamburg and Berlin, Warsaw, Salzburg, Geneva, Paris. And how should I think about the eternal things or write memoirs? No, I am looking towards the future.
Да, ну там типа мемуары, писатели там. А вот как раньше было, я, мне кажется, устремлена в будущее.
There are about 15 first-class pianists in the world. With her vitality, charisma, and creative energy, Zhaniya Aubakirova fills the magnificent halls of European capitals and provincial cities. The listeners, no matter where and how, stand motionless for a moment and then explode with loud applauses. Each person is like a separate universe, which he fills with the things that matter for him. And the universe filled with music fascinates other people more than other universes.